Hi and welcome back to another story from Reddit, Tales from Tech Support. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for future content. Let's now get straight into today's video. Construction malfunction. This takes place in about 2007, working cable internet tech support for one of the big guys. Had the most common of calls, someone's internet isn't working. He says it hasn't worked for a few days. My tools show we haven't been able to get a connection to the cable modem for a few days. Easy first step, right? Reset the modem, check the cables. I do notice he's got an unusually old cable modem registered with us, one of the earliest models possible. Wouldn't surprise me in the least if it had just given up the ghost. Well, he wants to do this without that step. Which is, mostly pointless. Best I can do on my end is verify that his neighborhood doesn't have any outages. His neighbors are running just fine. I can send a reset signal to the modem, but it doesn't seem to do anything, no surprise at all. He complains and complains every time I want him to check the modem, until I finally convince him that it's the only step we've got left. Then he explains why. Apparently, a few years back, he was going a little bit of renovations on the room his PC was in, with a contractor friend doing the work. Somehow together their brains hit upon a great idea. Why have to look at a gaudy modem flashing its lights all the time, when you could just wire them up inside the wall, then wire up a fancy RJ45 port to just connect to, like a proper professional office. Yes, this genius had his cable modem literally wired to power and cable inside his wall, then hooked up to a nice clean RJ45 jack that he plugged the computer into. Might have been a router switch involved. I can't remember and it wouldn't have been my problem. There's probably at least one code violation in there, but not my problem either. And literally no way to get to that modem without at least cutting a piece out of the drywall. So I told him there wasn't a damn thing we were going to be able to do with it like that. He's gonna have to get to that modem. He's now approaching ballistic. We better figure out something, all that jazz. He's not even friends with that contractor buddy anymore, so he can't even get in there without smashing his way in or actually hiring somebody. He insists we send someone out to him. Now, obviously that's not a thing our guys do. Best case is we might hook him up with a fresh modem and leave his old one to be found by future generations. I tell him that, and no, he wants someone out to make it work the way he wants. Whatever, I set him up for a tech, full notes on what's going on, and remind the customer that we charge for a tech if it's something that's not our problem. This is usually the most empty promise ever, because the company policy was to 99.99% never charge for a tech, just to make sure there's no chance of liability or angry customers from it. In 4 years, I think I saw 3 charges. This was one of them. I don't know exactly happened, because I checked in a week later, and the tech had closed the ticket with the code for, not our problem, but nothing else. The customer canceled later that day. Sometimes I wonder if that modem's still in the wall. But it has links. It must be an IT issue. This just happened a few minutes ago. A little background. I currently work for an outsourced IT company, and I have several companies for clients. I'm a basic Tier 1, LVL. One analyst for most of my clients. I have one main client that I work for the entire time I'm on queue, and they have loads of software that I don't have access to. Most software is managed by their IT department, but some custom software is managed by various other departments within their company. Here's what happened. Me, Tier 1 desk jockey, IP, impatient caller, T2, the cool Tier 2 analyst. IP. Hi, I'm trying to prepare for a presentation at 9. And I can't access the links from custom software. I need you to help me. I've logged out of it, logged back in, restarted my computer, and nothing is working. Me. Okay, I'm not familiar with custom software, but let me take a look and see what articles I have so I can help. Click, okay. So, custom software is not supported by IT. So here are the people you need to contact because they're the ones in charge of the software. IP. But it has links. I can't click the link. This isn't an issue if it has links. Me. Yes, while they are links, the software itself is not supported by IT and you still need to get in contact with these other people. Here are their IP. There's no one in it that can help me. Me. No, not really, but what I can do is escalate your ticket to a Tier 2 analyst and they will likely tell you the same thing. IP. Or, they can help me instead. 'Cause, you know, it's a link issue, not a custom software issue. Me. Clicking away on my really cool mechanical keyboard. Documentation is key here, and I included the KBA number, plus the instructions for whom to contact in case something like this happens. IP. What is taking so long? Why aren't you transferring me? Me. Because I have to type out your ticket first so that when the Tier 2 sees the ticket, he or she can best help you. IP. Oh, okay. That would be wonderful. Thanks. I politely assured her that she would get the issue resolved, no thanks to me, and transferred her over to Tier 2. A few minutes later I refreshed her ticket on my screen, and it was closed. I looked at T2's notes. T2 directed her per kilobyte,